Daryl Morey said in a radio appearance, quote, "People should buckle in. This is going to go a long time because my only job is to help us get the best chance we have to win the title. So this could be 4 years." Shannon, is he telling the truth or is he bluffing?
Bluffing. He's trying to salvage the little bit of leverage that he has because Ben is under contract, Skip, for the next 4 years at roughly around $170+ million. And so this is him saying, look, we got him under contract. He's not going to get traded until we find something that's suitable for us. And then and only then are we going to be willing to move off of a Ben Simmons. But what he's trying to do, basically, he's trying to get into a peeing contest. But if I'm Ben Simmons, I say, look, I shouldn't be in a peeing contest with you, but I'm the biggest skunk. So you're going to lose this one, Daryl Morey. My back. And, just to make sure this back is tight, I'm getting rid of my bed. I'm sleeping on the floor. Yeah, I'll make sure that back tight. I ain't coming in. Guess what, Skip? Because you remember what Kawhi did? Kawhi said, quad. Ooh, that quad, it ain't right yet. But we cleared you to play.
Tendinosis.
Guess what? For every doctor that you find that says, son, you're good to go, I can go find one that says, no, you're not. That's what I'm going to do.
That is true.
And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the local convenience store. I'm going to get me about 8 newspapers. And I'm going to hit my knee until it swell up. I know all the tricks, Skip, because I know guys that used to do that when we play. And it's going to swell up. I ain't going nowhere. Hey, I'm going to get this check right here. Because eventually, the owner's going to say, look, move it. Because the one thing we know about guys, Skip, they don't normally take $130, $170 million and just sit it on the counter. They like to invest it to make money. Ben Simmons is not making us money. We're paying money, but we're getting nothing in return. Let's move him and get something in return. You're not, when you trade a superstar player, if we believe that's what Ben Simmons is, Skip, you're never gonna get equal value. Even though the Pelicans, they got a nice haul. You got Brandon Ingram, you got Lonzo Ball, you got Josh Hart, and you got a couple of draft picks. But they're not Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is a generational, he's a transit player like that. So you're not gonna get equal value. And once he makes it known, and it's like this for the world, Skip, for the world to see, because Ben Simmons has buried his soul. It ain't no behind the scenes. This is spilled out. We might have been fighting inside, Skip, but guess what? This thing's like the old country western, Skip. Remember, they used to start fighting in the bar, and the next thing you know, they done fell out through the saloon doors, and now they're in the middle of the street. That's what has happened with Ben Simmons in the 76ers. So everybody knows he's unhappy. I'm never going to give you equal value because I know why would I do that? And know he wants up out of there? Skip, he just bluffing. And Ben Simmons says, hey, we going to sit back. Ain't no telling, Skip, this thing creaky. As a matter of fact, you see he put his house on the market. Now I'm moving in a hotel room. And I'm going to say, take the bed out. They say, are you sure, Mr. Simmons? Get this bed up out of here. I'm sleeping on the floor. I'm going to come in that thing walking like Frankenstein. Back tight.
The truth is, Mr. Sharp, you're just sleeping on what's really happening here. I have tried to tell you from the start, again and again and again, I've tried to tell you and Rich Paul and LeBron James and Clutch or Unclutch Sports, whichever it might be. I've tried to tell you that from the top down, from Josh Harris, the owner, down to Daryl Morey, down to Doc Rivers, dug in. 1,000% real live dug in. Okay. No bluffing going on. They have decided we will not take this. We will not crumble like the Rockets crumbled and said, okay, what can we get for James? Let's just get him out of here. When he said, Daryl Morey, he went on the radio to make a statement.
Exactly.
And it wasn't a bluff statement. It was a declaration of war. That's what it was.
Yeah.
He basically said, this could go for 4 more years. 4 more years, because you've got 4 years left on your contract, Mr. Simmons, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to fake a back injury and go home and sit and stew and pout, go home.
What am I doing?
Because we're not going to move a finger to trade you at this point. And everything he spoke made perfect sense, because, as he said, we're not going to trade Ben Simmons for role players. We're just not going to do it. The quote was, that makes no sense, because it makes 0 sense.
I'll give him that, Chris.
He said, so people better buckle in. This is going to take a long time, because in the end, if we can trade Ben Simmons for a difference maker, we will do it. That's the message to Ben. So do you want to come back or not?
No.
If you want to come back and come back with your heart in it in full force and say, I'm going to be a Sixer again.
I'm not going to do that. Guess what? As a matter of fact, I'm showing up tomorrow with a Snickers bar. Because you know what? I'm going to be over here for a while.
Yeah.
And if I do play for you, guess what? I will not pass the ball to Joel Embiid. I might get a rebound and Joel Embiid is up under the basket by himself. I'm going to dribble it all the way down. Okay. I will not pass it to him. You going to get me up out of here, Skip. I guarantee you, I can cause enough stink. You will get me up out of here. Because that's what I'm going to do. I made it abundantly clear. I told you I checked out mentally. This is not where I want to be.
Okay.
I'm done with you.
You cannot cause any more stink than you already attempted to cause.
You don't know that?
No.
Yes, I can make
Because you're about to be out of sight, out of mind. Nobody will care.
That's what I want to be. That's what I want.
Well,
that's what I want you to. I want to know. I won't be out of mind. I want to be out of sight for you. I'm going to be on some other team's mind because eventually you're going to get tired of paying me with this old back injury. Man, you know the back injury, Skip, you know about them back. They say once them backs goes, you never know when it goes or when it's going to come.
Yep.
And mine gone, and it ain't coming back until I'm up out of Philly.
Okay, the Sixers have a pretty good team without Ben Simmons, as we saw on opening night.
Why you won't move him?
They're obviously a better team. I could go to much better team with Ben Simmons because all they did last year was the number one seed in the East. They had the best regular season record in the Eastern Conference. That's something money can't really buy because it's hard to pull that off because there was Giannis and there was Miami and there was Boston and blah, blah, blah. There were all these other teams. And yet they pulled it off. They were the top seed. And
I've seen it no more time. People have the best honeymoons ever. They're in the Amalfi Coast or they're in Mykonos. And they had a wonderful time. And as soon as they get back, the next year it's over.
This is no honeymoon.
That was a honeymoon.
82 games.
And guess what? It lasted. Skip, it's over. What more does the man have to tell you? I don't want to be here.
You just got told it's over for you.
I ain't going to.
So now you're back on the hot seat. The ball just went right back in your face in your court because now it's up to you. They're just saying, we're not going to do anything.
Yeah, you know what? My back hurting so bad, I'm showing up with a walker.
Okay.
Yeah, that back, man, that thing is getting worse by the minute.
And nobody's going to pay any attention to you. And all you're going to do is undercut further your marketability. That's what you're
my marketability is fine. The thing
People already think you have free throw demons that you have not addressed.
You know what? All these demons I got, I'm leaving them in Philly. Now, you want to see these demons? Watch when I get to my new team. You see, that's the thing. But Ben, come in and increase your value. I'm not increasing nothing on your watch. That's not happening, Daryl Morey.
And if I know Shannon Sharp the way I think I do, Shannon Sharp honors contracts, right? So we're talking, it's not like I got 1 year left. You got 4 years left. Did he sign it in good faith? Sure he did. Did they sign it in good faith? You better believe they did. Did they pay him the first year? Yeah, they paid him.
I tell you what, you're right. I did sign the contract. But I tell you what, Skip Bayless better not tell Billy. I better hear Skip Bayless say, I don't know if we can get this thing with Shannon because deuces.
4 years left on the contract. I know that you and I, there's no way we could just say, you know what? I think I'm out of here.
Now, Skip,
right?
Oh, Skip. You should have thought about that before all y'all said all the man. You heard what Joel Embiid said about that man, and you think I could go play with him? You heard what the doc, and I get it. In a moment of frustration, Doc said something. He had a poor choosing of words, a poor choice of words. I get that, Skip. But you know. Deeds done and words spoken, as my grandfather used to say, can never be got back. They can never be taken back.
You know, I actually loved what Jason Kelsey said. Obviously, he doesn't play basketball. He plays football. He's a lifelong Philadelphia Eagle. He's now 33 years of age. He's the veteran leader of the Eagles. And he knows Philly, and he knows Philly fans. And he just finally said, look, to Ben Simmons, his 2 cents worth of advice was just play better, man, because the city will love you if you play better. Right. It's as simple as that.
But Jason, I get it. Play better. Bro, but before y'all won that Super Bowl, buddy, y'all were getting booed. Stop it. You know how Philly fans are. He can't come back because they're not going to allow him to play better because they feel he's been disrespectful, not only towards the Sixers organization, but to the fans of Philly. Because the fans, Skip, they feel like they're a part of this. Even though they don't go to practice and they don't play in the games, they feel like they're a part of this. And you basically, you quit on us.
Yep. And
so we won't allow you to come back in here.
The culture of Philly fans has been established for 100 years is we booed Santa Claus, so we'll definitely boo you, Ben.
So we got when you boo Santa Claus, we gotta keep that. We gotta keep that type of mentality. Let you know we'll boo anybody. We don't care.
Okay, so where did I lose a little bit of respect for Ben Simmons while he was at LSU, stuck there for 1 year?
Oh, yeah.
We went back and forth on television about this, and I loved his ability. I loved the gift that he has of passing the basketball at 6'10".
Right.
I loved his ability to defend at a long 6'10".
Right.
But he didn't want to be at LSU.
No.
And half the time, he just kind of went over there and just stood on the wing and just said, you guys play. You guys play. I'll watch over here on the wing.
And then, they didn't make the tournament.
They didn't even
and then
make
he said,
it.
"No, I ain't going to the NIT. I'm out."
Okay, so
And they say, "No, we everybody out. If Ben not going, we not going."
Okay, so he's got that gear in him of, I'm done.
Right.
I don't need this. I don't need this basketball. If you're going to force me to play college basketball, I'm from Australia. You're going to make me be in Baton Rouge for a year?
Exactly.
Well, that's how it works here on this side, right? Okay, so the point is he does have that gear, but he's up against some huge egos with lots of money, starting with the owner, the GM, and the head coach.
Yeah.
They've been around.